I know I have to complete the novel. I'll do it later on. What's the hurry? No, I'm not interested at the moment. Okay, I'll do it. Gone. Yes. Oh. Hello everyone. Welcome back to another video. So yeah, sorry for all this mess. Actually, thing is that my mom wants me to finish a novel, like she wants me to read it and she wants me to complete it, and I'm like that I'm not interested right now. I'll be doing it later on, but yeah, don't force me to do what I don't want to do at the moment. I have my own choices, I have my own mood, so I'll do it according to that. But for now what I want is I'm watching my favorite series on Netflix, so I can't miss an episode of that. So it's that I just want to do what I'm doing at the moment. I don't want anybody to disturb me. And I'm sure that many of you over there are going through a same tussle of words with your loved ones, and who kind of says you to do something which you don't want to do, but they force you to do that. No, you have to complete this, you have to do it. But the thing is that you are not interested. You are interested in something else, and you have your mind, your heart towards that thing, and you are like, no, I'll do it. I know that is important. They are saying that you have to complete the task, that is important. But at times the things which are important and which are meant to be done are not interesting, or they do not excite you at the moment. And maybe something which is not that important or needed at the moment, for example watching a series, I think it is not important, or if I'll not watch it my life will not stop. But yeah, the thing is that this excites me and that doesn't. So yeah, I think this is the common thing which is in everybody's mind out there, and what the way they carry out with things, it is more or less the universal thing, I think. So today's video is kind of related to this hassle only, and which is procrastination. So for those who do not know the term procrastination but have been doing it since long, procrastination is basically delaying on with things, basically important things which are meant to be done, but that doesn't interest you, or it is not of your interest, or doesn't excite you at the moment, and you think that yeah, I'll do it later on, or I have a lot of time with me, and we do not think about any deadline. Like we wait till the deadline is arrived and then on we complete it, if it is very much important and it is very much to be done. And yeah, so the thing is that most of us, I'm not saying everybody does it, but yeah, most of us are doing it every day, believe me. Be it with your academics, be it with your projects, anything, each and every one of us are procrastinating at a moment. So it's perfectly normal, I think. It happens with everybody, and there's no harm in procrastinating until and unless there's some kind of hurdle or obstacle in your life. It's creating an imbalance in your life. Till then it's fine, but when the degree obviously it increases, then we have to seriously think about it, and we need to work towards it. That yeah, how can we not completely stop procrastinating, but yeah, how can we lower the degree or improve ourselves in that. So I'll be giving you certain tips and tricks from my side, what I think that you can do to lower your procrastination levels. So without any delay, let's get into the video straight away. Okay, so now as we all know what procrastination basically means, so now we'll get into the causes or the reasons behind procrastination. But before that, one more thing, like it kind of popped up in my mind that I think it is universal, it happens with everybody, and you will also agree with it, that when we procrastinate, there's a sense of pleasure initially when we begin procrastinating. For example, if I'll take my example, when I kept my novel aside and I took my phone in my hand to begin with my series, and it gave me a sense of joy, a sense of excitement that what I actually wanted to do, I'm doing that, and I keep on watching it. I cherish each and every moment while watching that series. But as soon as it ended, there came a sense of guilt, that regression, that what have I done with my time? I could have used it productively. I could have instead read a novel. I could have instead completed my work which was pending and which was important because I had my submissions or whatsoever. And I could have watched the series maybe later on at night or when I had ample of time. But why now? Why have I wasted my time? So this procrastination is a kind of thing which begins with pleasurable feelings, but it ends up getting a kind of a regretful situation, or we kind of feel guilty about it, that what have we done. So I think that happens with everybody, and you will also agree with it. But that's how it works, and it is a cycle which goes on and on and on. And the thing is that we can't stop this cycle, otherwise we'll be imbalanced and we'll fall off. But what we can do is, in between that cycle, we can give ourselves a kind of alarm, a kind of reminder every time that okay, enough of this, stop it, get back to your important work, complete it first, then you can go on with what you are doing. So these small reminders, all these things are kind of, this acts as a reward for you, which later on saves you from getting punished. So it helps a lot. So yeah, this is basically what we all do and what happens. So now we'll get back with the causes, which I was about to discuss, that what are the reasons behind procrastination. Why do we procrastinate? So first of all, the thing is that when there is lack of relevance, like for example, what is relevant for me may not be relevant for you, and vice versa. So choices matter, interest matter, importance of things, relevance of things matter. So if the thing is not, like what I'm doing is not relevant for me, which I think it is not supposed to be important, or it is like, it doesn't matter if I leave it, hardly matters. So I'll never be able to put my 100% is a very big word, not even 1% in that work. It'll not allow my heart, my mind into that. So why are we investing our time thinking about it if it is not relevant, if it is not meant to be done? Another thing is perfectionism, that when we want to do a task, or when we want to complete it, or when we want to begin with it, if I'll say so, we have a perfect picture in our mind that if we have taken up certain thing as a challenge or as a responsibility, we need to do it perfectly. Like there should be no flaws. Like there's an ideal picture in our mind that we can complete any work without any flaw. It should be flawless, and it should be out of this world, and I think everybody should appreciate us, and everybody should have that image that this can only be done by you and nobody else. So that perfectionism kind of comes as an obstacle which leads to procrastination. And why so? That when we have higher expectations, there's no wrong in having high expectations with yourself, but keeping in mind your capabilities, what you can do. And if you are not keeping your capabilities in your mind, if you're not keeping yourself in mind, what you can do and what you can't, and when you go in opposite direction, like this is your personality, but what tasks you have chosen to be done is completely opposite your personality. So the task is going this direction, you are going in this direction. There's an elastic, keep on stretching it, there's no end to it. Either it will keep on stretching or the elastic will break off and there happens the problem. Do not aim for what you can't reach. Have short-term goals. Having a long-term goal is also very important, but only if it matches your capabilities. Keep a certain level which you can attain. Okay, because if you can't attain what is not meant to be yours, it kind of creates stress, tension in your life. And then at the moment comes that you started with it, but then you think that I'm not able to do it. You are lacking interest, you are lacking confidence, you are lacking self-esteem. It comes on your self-esteem then, that I am worthless, I can't do this. It is not that you can't do it, it is that it is not meant to be done by you, but still you have taken up that challenge for yourself. So take those challenges only which you can complete, which you can do, and regretting it later on is, be aware in the moment. So I would only suggest that to overcome this, set realistic goals and not unrealistic ones. Evaluation anxiety, like we all go through the phase of evaluation, phase of judgment in our life, be it in school, be it in college, be it in university, be it in job, be it in your own house. At each and every level we are being evaluated, and we also do evaluate many people out there. But the thing is, nobody likes to be evaluated, and but it is a part of life and it happens. Sometimes it happens for the good and sometimes it happens for the worse for somebody, but yeah, it happens. So when there is an evaluation or that evaluative period going on, there's an anxiety behind that or nervousness behind that. We sometimes we do not take up some task, or even if we take it, we leave it in between. We do not complete it, or we do not carry on with it, because there's a sense of anxiety or tension within that. Will I be able to lead up to expectation which people have shown in me, or that faith which people have shown in me, or will I fail? That that fear of failure is one of the causes because of which we do procrastinate at times. So this fear of failure needs to go. Then only we'll be able to concentrate and we'll be able to do what we want to do. Have confidence in yourself and have belief in yourself that yeah, you can do it. And if you can, be straight on face that yeah, I accept it and I can do it. And if you feel in any moment that yeah, I can't do it, or it is not my cup of tea, it's completely fine. Each and every task is not meant to be done by us. Maybe somebody else is better in it and we are not, and what we are better in, maybe the other person is not that much good in that work. So it completely matters on from individual to individual. So evaluation, fear of failure, all these things need to go. Then only we'll be able to concentrate on our work and we'll be able to do it without procrastinating. Next is ambiguity. Ambiguity means that uncertainty or confusion in our mind related to something which we had to do. maybe we do not have the full information regarding the work which needs to be done. Maybe we are doing it for the first time, novelty. So when we do not have any experience beforehand, we get into that uncomfortable space at times, that I don't have any experience how to do with it, or how to carry on with that work. So that at times leads to procrastination either. So these were the major things which lead to procrastination, or the reasons behind procrastinating. So how can we overcome it, or how can we reduce to certain level? There are certain steps or certain tips which I want to share, and I think it will help you in some or the other way, and you can deal with your things, you can manage your things properly after this. So yeah, so these are some points. So to stop procrastinating, there are certain tips which you have to keep in mind. First of all, stop being a perfectionist. As I said, that if you have that perfect or that ideal image of what you are not, keeping the higher expectations which are not in congruence to your own capabilities is not worth it. So rather than that, set a realistic goal for yourself and not unrealistic ones. Next is address fears of failure and success. So most of us, I think it is a tendency, we only talk about success and not failure, and this is a very bad idea, I think. If we appreciate our success, we also need to learn from our failures too, so that next time when we work upon it, we overcome it, and we overcome and become a great person, and we learn with our each and every mistake and become perfect with it. Next is create time limits for task completion or deadlines. So most of the times we are given deadline by our authorities, but mostly not. So for that matter, we need to make our own deadlines and reminders. It will give us a boost, and it will help us complete the task properly. Next is break goals into specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and down to time limited chunks. So when we have a task which needs to be done, we cannot start it without any planning. So there needs to be a plan. There needs to be a certain kind of time management which needs to be done to complete our task. So there should always be a step-by-step approach, so that we can break our work, our task into chunks and complete it with each chunk, and at the end we'll have a complete perfect whole. Do whatever it is for 15 minutes to help you get started. So when you get start with your work, just give yourself time, sink in what you are doing and concentrate. Slowly and gradually you will see that you are kind of stick to it, and there's nothing else which is interesting you at the moment, and you are into it, and before finishing it up you will not get up. Next is create consequences for failure to complete a task. So before starting any task, you should know what will be the consequence if you will be able to do it. Like if it will lead to failure, success, and what is behind that. So you should know everything, and you should keep everything in mind before taking up any task. Next is shorten the daily to-do list. So there's a to-do list, or which helps us to keep you organized in a manner, and that what you have to do step by step. So just keep it as simple as possible and do not complicate it. Another one is leverage peak energy time. So this means that keep your energy levels up every time when you start with any task. Don't be lethargic or be lazy. Keep your energy levels high and then begin with it. It will give you better and better results every time. Next is be accountable to someone. When we know that we are accountable, or when we are answerable to someone for a particular thing, we work much better, or properly towards that, rather than when we know that we are the only ones who are answerable. So we kind of tend to be casual. But when we know that we have authorities or someone to answer, we kind of take it as a challenge, and we work better and better towards that. Increase distress tolerance skills and gratitude. Rather than stressing upon things, de-stress yourself and look towards positivity, look towards greater things in life, that if you are doing something, there's something good to it and you will get amazing results after that. And also be thankful for what you have, what you are doing, because maybe many of us are striving towards that, but they have not achieved so much which you have. So be grateful and show that gratitude every time. Last but not the least, make a list of your most common things, like which is time draining and which finally you wanted to do to de-stress yourself, to gain back your energy levels. For example, eating, television, organizing, doing social media, or anything which a kind of a reward you're giving to yourself, because when we complete our work, or when we are finally over with things, we want that mode or that relaxation when we want to treat ourselves with the most beautiful things. So it can be different for different people depending upon them, but treat yourself, reward yourself. It'll act as a kind of motivation every time, and it'll help you to improve yourself better and better every time. So I hope that I made myself clear enough, and for those who didn't knew the meaning of procrastination, I hope that I must have given some kind of answers to their questions. And if I did, then please start working from today itself, because an action from today will prevent a lot of crisis for tomorrow. So this is the time. Just don't let it skip, and start acting, and work for yourself, work for your betterment, for your better future. And no more procrastination from today onwards. And never, even if you want to, you can cheat a little, but always keep yourself in check, and always keep or start giving yourself reminders after every moment when you feel that the procrastination is going on very long and you are missing on something important. So keep yourself in check, give yourself reminders as much as possible. And and I hope that you liked the video. If you did, then please share this video with your friends and family. And if you have not subscribed, then please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll be coming up with a lot more videos. Till then, as I say, stay positive, stay confident, and be hopeful.